Hey loves, it's Elle. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today I'm going to walk you through my top tips on how you can really achieve and master that everyday makeup look. Everything from prepping the skin all the way to finishing it up so it lasts all day. So if you want to know more about that, hit the subscribe button, share this video with somebody you think might like it, and let's do it. So for my step one, skin prep is probably one of the most important things that I can recommend for you. And I'm going to be using mostly all Wander Beauty skincare today, which I'm super excited about. They are sponsoring this video, so thank you so much, Wander Beauty, for working with me today on this. All of their products are cruelty-free. They are Leaping Bunny certified, paraben-free, mineral oil-free, and synthetic fragrance-free. I just couldn't wait to give you some of these brand new skincare that I'm really excited about. Also, if you are wondering how to put niacinamide into your skincare routine, I have some new products for you. So first step is prepping the skin. So tip one is to prep the skin appropriately. Now, this mask from Wander Beauty is basically glycolic, salicylic, and lactic acid. It's going to smooth out texture, help with pigmentation, and also just really prep the skin great for foundation application. Now, you don't have to do this every morning, but if you really want a flawless application, exfoliating with something gentle like this is going to really help that out. Also, as you know, if you followed me a long time, I use eye patches, which are the gold things under my eyes, often, and it helps just really reduce puffiness, dark circles, and give extra hydration that I need. All right, so I just took off the mask. My face feels really soft and very hydrated. It is an acid-based mask, but it's very gentle. It also has hydrating properties inside of it, so you can feel really good and calm about using that. Now, my second step in prepping anybody's skin, my skin, is to use an essence. And actually, this is a brand new launch from Wander Beauty, and it's called the Mist Connection. It's an essence and a toner. So for all of you guys that don't know what to use, an essence or a toner or either or both, this will really reduce your time in the morning. It's a really beautiful product. And all you do is you spray this all over the skin, and it has like the perfect mist, and I kind of do it pretty generously. And then I press it into the skin. All of their products are vegan, vegan, cruelty-free, Leaping Bunny certified, synthetic fragrance-free, mineral oil free, paraben free, all sorts of goodness. And this feels really hydrating, and my step is done. And you can just do one skin. I've been known to do two. The reason why I also really love this mist is that it has all of the ingredients that I really want in my morning routine. So this is going to cut down a lot on what you need to be using. So it has niacinamide in it, hyaluronic acid in it. I have my notes over here, avocado oil, and it also has primrose oil in it as well. So it's great for normal dehydrated skin. Look how glowy and pretty it is. Love it. Now what I will do is I will go in with my vitamin C, and I am using my Versed brightening serum, because I feel like to prep anybody's skin in the morning, you need some sort of antioxidant. So vitamin C is my go-to antioxidant, and this one is so affordable, really hydrating and nourishing to the skin. Now, for those of you that do not want to use a vitamin C or need more hydration after your vitamin C, this is something that I've also been using. It's from Wander Beauty, and it is called Layover Hydrating Ampule. I love the delivery system. It is really thin. It's very watery, and it gives such great hydration. This would be a great product for anybody that needs a little extra hydration, or if you are oily and don't want to layer on the layers in the morning. This is the point here. Skin prep should be done in the morning with really light layers, nothing heavy, just to make sure that the skin A is hydrated, but B, that it is not too overly hydrated, that your foundation and things like that aren't going to stay all day or stay in place or actually do what they're supposed to do. I love that ampule. It has Edelweiss flower extract, which is an antioxidant, so if you don't like vitamin C, you got that there. It also has hyaluronic acid, birch juice, which is super hydrating and nourishing to the skin, as well as beta-glucan. And that's something that I don't talk about a lot. Beta-glucan is a really great very, very well researched ingredient in skincare. You could actually find it a lot in K&J Beauty. It actually softens the skin, calms the skins, as well as plumps and firms the skin. Now, recently what I've been doing is I haven't been using a moisturizer that often in the morning because I have switched to this Kinship Skin Reflect Probiotic Moisturizing Sunscreen, and it's SPF 32, super high in zinc, and it is very hydrating. So you don't have to use a moisturizer every morning as long as your SPF has the, look at me, has the right amount of SPF as well as the hydrating properties that you want to have so that your makeup goes on beautifully the rest of the day. So now this is my last tip in my skin prep. You want to brush your teeth, maybe brush your hair, and let your SPF sink in for about, if you can, 5 to 10 minutes. I usually don't have that much time. I usually have about 5 minutes, which again, I'm going to brush my teeth, maybe put on my shirt, and then I'm going to go in with my foundation. So for tip 2, find a foundation that you really know works for you. Now, on an everyday basis, I'm sure a lot of you guys use a full coverage foundation. I personally don't. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to give you a tip for helping this out. Now, I usually go for a tinted moisturizer or a lightweight foundation. Today I'm going to be using the Nude Sticks Tinted Cover, and I did a foundation Friday on this a little while ago, and what it does is it just really evens out the skin tone, really just gives a great hydration to the skin, but also allows the skin to stay looking like skin. And I use my hands so that my morning routine is a lot quicker because gosh knows I don't have all the time in the world to be doing, you know, a ton of makeup. I rather spend a little bit more time prepping the skin so that my makeup actually works better all day. So I know foundations can be hard to find the right one for you, and that's why I love doing Foundation Fridays for you guys. But the reason I say use a tinted moisturizer or one that has a little bit lighter of coverage is because during the day, if you're trying to really like kill this you know, everyday makeup look, you want your skin to look like skin. You don't want people to see makeup on your skin whenever somebody's like right up against you. All right, so I have applied my concealer. Pick your favorite. And so my tip in foundation application encompasses your concealer. I really urge you guys to find a concealer that works for you, but can you see where I have stopped my concealer? As we age, and actually sometimes it can be hereditary, this portion of our eyes right here gets very, very dark. It does on me. So bringing your concealer just up a little bit into this section of the eye and brightening this up will really open that eye up. So I'm going to show you the difference. So what it's going to do is it's going to open up your eyes. It's going to make your eyes, do you see the difference? It's going to make your eyes look a little bit farther apart. So if you have closer, like set eyes, you don't need to do this so far in like I am. Go ahead and just keep it right on that tear duct area right here. But when you brighten up this eye area right here, it just really gives a more youthful appearance to the eyes, a brighter brightness to the eyes, a little bit more of an awake look to the eyes, and it just completes this kind of section of the face. Now to complete this, you can leave your foundation like this. So say you have a foundation that you don't need to set, then you are good to go and you can move on to the rest of your face. I will give you a tip though. If you feel like, okay, yes, I really am enjoying my skin these days. I feel like my skin looks better with less foundation on it. That is fantastic. But you still feel like maybe you might need to set it a little bit or give it just a touch more coverage, is get yourself a pressed powder foundation. I have brought so many up on my channel. Today I'm going to be using the new one from Bite, but Well People's Bio-Based Big Foundation is fantastic. I mean, CoverGirl makes a great pressed foundation. Pick your favorite. I'm just using it on a big fluffy brush, so I'm not depositing a ton of coverage. Just pop it in here. And I'm just going to gently set around the face. And you can actually just set the chin and the cheek area, as well as the nose if you want to, and you can leave the forehead completely clean of powder if you have a lot of fine lines or deep wrinkles on the forehead and you don't like to use powder, so don't feel like you have to use powder all over the face. All right, so we have a perfect canvas going on for the rest of our makeup. To use your, and you've heard me say this a ton of times, but it is a time saver as well as it is a harmony enhancer of the face, I guess I should say. So use the same bronzer that you're going to use on your face on your eyes. I can't stress this enough how many times I do this. It really gives a synergistic and harmonious look to the face. So if you're ever concerned like, oh, what color should I be using on my eyes? If you have the same color bronzer as your eyes, it will give an optical illusion of just really great face harmony. So I'm just going to be using a CoverGirl bronzing set, and I'm just going to literally use it on my eyes just like this, how I normally do. I use my one shadow eye technique, where I go into the crease and I'm just back and forth all over the lid, and then I'm buffing it up onto the brow bone ever so slightly and out. Some of my other favorite products to use for this are the Hourglass bronzers, are stunning for this technique. They have a little bit of light reflecting properties to them. And now I'm going to use the exact same color on my bronzing areas of my face. And this is also a money saving tip too. You don't necessarily need to invest in a transition shade for your eyes. So there you go. I hope you can see some harmony building in the face. For my next tip, I'm going to really kind of talk you through eyeliner. Now, for me, I don't necessarily wear eyeliner every day, but if you have more of a hooded eye like I do, or even a mono lid, or a lid that you don't have a ton of space on, so this might not show a ton, also liner will really help define that lash line, really build out that eye, give that eye some definition and dimension. But there's a technique that goes along with it that makes it really, really soft and easy to do. So one of my favorite eyeliners to use for this is the Wander Beauty Slide Liner Gel Automatic Eyeliner, and this is in Tan Line, which for me is a great color because it's this chocolatey brown that stays all day. I can go in real messy like this. It has a little bit of light reflecting properties to it. I can go in with my Sigma E20 brush, and I am just going to smudge this out. So for all of my ladies, including me, for myself, I have a real hard time doing eyeliner in any kind of way that makes my eyes look even. I find eyeliner as our eyes get a little bit older is very hard to do. So smudging it out like this will still give you the definition on the eye. It'll be easier to use, especially if you don't have a steady hand, but it'll still give you the definition that you're looking for. Do you see the difference between the two eyes? Love it. Do you just see a little bit of extra definition that does really amazing things for the eyes? Now I'll take the same eyeliner that I just used. I will put it on the same brush that I just used. I will go under the eyes and define this lash line ever so slightly. This is an optional step, but you will notice that you absolutely get more. Do you see the definition? So this eye obviously is softer and more natural, but you do get a little bit more definition. It makes the eyes stand out a little bit more when you do a little bit of liner on the lower lash line. All right, so I hope you can see this definition in the eyes. Now for my next tip is, please do not skip curling your lashes and using some mascara. I know that curling the eyelashes can be a little bit scary, but try to see if you can find an eyelash curler that really resonates with you and is easy for your hand. I know Surat Beauty has a beautiful one, but my favorite one is by Tarte. I've used this for years. The reason why we curl our lashes is because it really gives the eye an eye lift, honestly. It really lifts those lashes up, makes our eyes look a little bit more awake and kind of this wide-eyed look. You can just absolutely see the difference. There's not a day I skip doing this. Do you see the eyes? I love curling my lashes. Now I do use a lash growth serum on my eyelashes. It's the Grande Lash MD that I've used for years. And if you can use that on your eyes, I recommend it because it really, really works. Again, my mom, I have it on her and her eyelashes are the longest they've ever been. Now I know a lot of us skip mascara on the bottom lashes due to that it always smears or smudges, but I will show you the difference when you have the mascara on the bottom lash line. When you're trying to really kind of master this everyday effect, this wide open eye effect, it really does help. If you are having problems with smudging on the bottom lash line, I welcome you to try something called a tubing mascara. There is one from a company called Blink. There's a whole bunch out on the market. I'll try to find some and link them below. And also too, you can use waterproof as well. All right, so brows are on. For my last two recommendations, this is not going to be a shocker to you, but I can't tell you how many times people tell me that they just can't do blush or that they don't like powder blush or etc. And I'll tell you, cream blush is a staple in my kit, in my bathroom. I love the ones, there's so many, I've talked about these, but this one's by Elle. It's in color At Last. Cream blush over powder sometimes. Now you have to get this ones that say cream to powder cream blush. So that's what this is. And the reason why I recommend using cream blushes is because it gives a natural, healthy kind of glow to the skin without using a highlighter. You can absolutely set it with a powder blush on top, but if you really press this into the skin, it should stay all day. So I'm just going to take this and I'm going to apply it on the high points of the face. And that's also where, for most people, you're going to want to apply your blush, whether it be powder or cream. Do you see how pretty that is? Is you want to use it kind of on this high plane, not up here, but on the higher plane of the face. And what that does is that brings the face up, so the attention goes upwards. Now for me personally, I like to bring it down a little bit on the apple of my cheeks. This is just a personal preference of mine, but I do continue it up on this cheekbone to give the lifting effect. So as you can see, I'm doing it in these tapping motions to not mess any powder up or anything of that nature. You just want to use it in tapping motions. You can absolutely use it on a beauty blender, but using your fingers, sometimes cream products for the most part need the warmth of your fingers to kind of melt it into the skin, and pressing it into the skin also makes it look, if I can say skin a million times, more like skin. Do you see, as we age, we also lose hydration in our skin, and so using cream products will bring a little bit of that hydration back into the skin. I've just popped on the Wander Beauty Lip Retreat Lip Oil. I love this product. I actually have like a couple different colors and I love it. I've been using it for a little while. This is called Skinny Dip. It just is a perfect hydration and great pigment payoff, but it's perfect for the winter. Now, as you know, for my last tip that I will share with you, I usually on an everyday basis, I will spray my face with a rehydrating spray, and that is what I'm going to do today. So this one is obviously by Wander Beauty. It's called the Glow Getter Mist. So it's going to add a little bit of hydration to the skin, a little bit of extra glow. It has glacier water in it, and it also has another layer of niacinamide. You know, niacinamide was in the first toning and essence. You all wonder so much about how to get niacinamide into your skincare routine, and this is a great way to do it. But this mist has no alcohol in it, and it just refreshes the skin. Now, this is something that I usually will teach on as well. If you have used any kind of powder and you have maybe over powdered or just feel like the powder's kind of taken away your glow, using a rehydrating spray is probably one of the best things you can do to give that glow back. Really make sure that the powder is becoming one with the skin, and it really makes the skin look more realistic and lifelike in person. All right, so here is the final look. I hope that these tips helped you kind of master your everyday routine. It doesn't have to be super complicated. When I do all of these steps, it probably takes me about 10 minutes. Obviously, talking through it, it will take a little bit longer. You know, these tips really are what I have always taught on, what I have done on my clients, and this is what I do on myself. It is very realistic. It's youthful looking skin. It's hydrating looking skin. skin. Eyes are defined and not too much, but again, this is something that I do on an everyday basis. So I do hope that this helps you really achieve that in the morning. So thank you all so much for being here, and I will see you all on the next one. Lots of love from me to you.